My name is Cory. I'm 28 years old. My father's never been in the picture, so my mom worked really hard and she had 3 kids she was raising. She had a prescription ever since I was little for her pain, and so from a very young age I knew where they were, so I would take them, and immediately I took a liking to it. I didn't really have a whole lot of self-confidence. I just didn't like myself very much, and when I took that, all of that went out the window. I felt great. I could talk to people. I have more of a personality, and I loved that. Doing all this kind of stuff, and I felt, hey, this makes me feel good. What about this? And that turned into doing cocaine. And hey, this makes me feel really good. I want to try this. And it just kept going to where I was an addict my last 2 years of high school, full-blown addict. I got arrested the first time when I was 19. Years later, got off of probation, and after that, I caught 3 more possession charges, 2 manufacturing charges, along with a lot of other stuff. The best my lawyer can do, we come up with a plea deal for 7 years. Judge throws that away and says, I'm gonna give you 7 years suspended to a long-term inpatient rehab. I didn't deserve any of that. There was no way someone who had messed up as many times as me deserves that kind of favor, but he gave it to me.
My name's Charlie Paris, 28 years old. I grew up in Hendersonville, North Carolina. My sophomore year of high school is when I started experimenting with drugs. My grandparents both had prescription medications that I could easily get. I had friends whose parents let them drink, and so that's how I got introduced to alcohol. My addiction didn't really start taking a real bad turn until my grandfather passed away. He was my father figure growing up. Everybody stopped coming around, kind of lost contact with my family, so it was like not only did he die, but I lost everybody else with it. And that's when I really started to look to drugs to fill that void. By the time I was 19, I started smoking crack cocaine. I'd picked up my first felony charge. Eventually it led to me being on the run from probation, which turned into me sitting at home getting high every day. And finally my probation officer had just had enough, and he came and picked me up and made me finish out my house arrest in jail. While I was in there, this preacher was coming around and he was looking for somebody else to give an application for a rehab.
So he'd come back and give me the application for Miracle Hill and got accepted into there. And my counselor, we're talking about my plan moving forward, and he tells me, hey, if you're looking for a good opportunity, there's a program. It's a year long, but it's a discipleship and job training program that can really change your life if you'll let it.
And I was like, well, tell me about it. I was like, I might want to go. And that's what developed my interest in coming to Homes of Hope. And that's when I started asking questions, and he just kept working with me for probably like 3 months and finally got it approved.
That's when I knew that God had something more for my life. I didn't just want to go back out in the world. I wasn't really ready for that. Came in one Wednesday morning and told us that I got accepted. The men's development program at Homes of Hope taught me how to work a trade. It taught me construction. It taught me electrical work. It taught me how to deal with my fellow man, how to deal with people, how to form good habits like structure and discipline, and having devotion time. While I was at Homes of Hope, we had the awesome opportunity to stay at the Gideon's house, which is a huge house right in downtown Greenville, historic property.
It's a safe haven for us. It's a home away from home.
With 8 or 9 guys living there. You might think it would be dirty, but it's not. It's the cleanest place I've ever been in. It's got these awesome hardwood floors all the way through the house. There's some nice graphics on the walls with your Bible verses.
It's a community of brothers. We live with each other day in, day out.
We would wake up in the mornings, we'd eat breakfast, have some coffee, then we would praise and worship and do devotion for an hour. And then we would all get in the van and we'd go to work till maybe 3:30, and then come home and eat and have a chance to do it all over again.
It's given me something back that I had when I was younger, grew up with all my cousins. When I kind of took the wrong road, I lost that brotherhood with them, but I felt I got it back when I came here. It's been a blessing.
To not only the men in the program, but the community outside of it. especially right around here in Greenville, because we're building houses for people who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford them. Homes of Hope is taking guys and turning them into leaders, giving them the confidence to have skills to go out into the community and better themselves and the community. All of these skills helped me to get my first job coming out, and that first job led me to where I'm at today. So I work for TPG Greenville, and we do research and development for Michelin. We test all of their tires and competitors' tires, and it's a really good job.
I'm actually working a full-time job. I work at Southern MEP, and it's teaching me to be independent.
I'm just happy. I have so much to look forward to. I just have joy in my life. That pushes me. I know I can be more, and I want to be more, and so I go out every day trying to be the best version of myself I can be.
If I could say anything to the donors, I would just like to say thank you for the opportunity you've given me. It's built me up, and it's given me confidence in myself, and not rely on other things, not rely on false hope, but to rely on the truth.
Your donations and support have changed my life. Without it, I would not be where I'm at. There's all the guys that in the program that I went through before and after. You've changed their lives. You've changed the lives of people who can't help themselves. You have made me a new person.
There are other people out there who need this experience and that don't have that opportunity where they've come from. This place has God's favor. Things have been put in place divinely, and I think that God does work miracles here.